Okay, so forces, okay, so forces and motion. So let's start. So the first thing is that if I'm going to ask you what is force. So when you say force, it is actually a push or a pull that will be acting on a certain object. Okay, would it be you will be pushing it in front of you, you are pushing it at the back of you, or you're pulling it backwards, or you are going to push it upward, then you will pushing it also downward. So that is force. Anything that you are putting on to your object. If the object will change its position, you are actually exerting force. Do you understand? That is
Opo.
force. Okay. Then can cause a resting object to move, can accelerate a moving object. So when you say accelerate, there are two words here, changing the speed and also changing the direction. Okay, so that can be an acceleration. And if we're going to define what would be an acceleration, do you have any idea the definition of acceleration in relevance to its formula?
Derivative po of speed. Velocity.
Derivative. Okay, very good. Can either the two, pwede din naman you can say that it is the derivatives of your accelerate of your velocity, or it can also be an derivatives of the speed, because speed and velocity will have the same quantity, they have the same magnitude, but the velocity mo, it does have direction. Okay? So magkaiba lang naman sila ng quantity. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. But in relevance to the what do you call this one? In relevance to the formula of your acceleration, you can have the definition of acceleration that would be any change in the velocity per period of time. Okay? It is a change in velocity per period of time. That would be your acceleration. Okay? So that is in relevance to your formula lang naman. Okay, next. How is force measured? One thing for the force to be measured is by the usage of the apparatus spring scale. Okay? So stretch of the spring depends on the mass of the object acting on it plus the gravity on it. Okay? That is your force, or how are you going to measure your force. And I do believe that you are familiar with a spring scale, right?
Opo, yung sinasabit mo.
Yung sinasabi. And most likely, ito yung mga gamit ng mga nagbebenta sa mga streets, ganyan yung hindi nila kayang buhati yung weighing scale nila, yun na lang, the you call it spring scale or the spring balance. Okay? And the unit of force would be Newton. Okay? The reason why the unit of force is Newton because it is named after its discoverer. Who is the discoverer of force?
Isaac Newton po.
It's Isaac Newton. Okay? And as per the Newton, you will now have in every 1 Newton, okay, the expanded unit of 1 Newton would be 1 kilogram meter per second squared. Okay? Because, kaya ganyan naging unit niya because if we're going to define again force in relevance, okay, in relevance to the formula itself, we can say that a force is the mass of an object acting by the gravity itself. Okay, it's either gravity or the acceleration itself. Okay, because take note of this, that the gravity itself does have the same, okay, same constant value as to the acceleration due to gravity of any, okay, of any object that is falling down. Got it? And if
Opo.
I'm going to ask you, what would be the constant value of gravity?
9.801 meters per second squared po.
Okay, so it's 9.8 meter per second squared. Okay, actually, you can remove the 0, 0, 1. Okay, the constant in all the books that we are using, the constant value would be 9.8 alone. Okay, so it
Opo.
is okay. You can use that one. 9.8 meter per second squared. Okay, that is the constant value of gravity. Now, next question. When will be the gravity, or when will the gravity be negative and positive? Or
Mm,
is there a chance that our gravity or the given gravity will be negative? Yes or
mm,
no?
I don't think so po.
You don't think so. Okay. But in a computation, okay, in a given computation, there is a chance that the constant value of your gravity will become negative.
Opo.
Okay. And there are chance also that the value of the gravity will become positive. It depends on the direction of the gravity, or it depends on the direction of the object. Okay? So later on, we'll be discussing that one. Kailan nga ba naging negative yung value ng gravity? Okay? I am using kailan magiging negative yung value. I am not saying that kailan maging negative ang gravity, because our gravity will always be positive. Okay? But the value itself depends on the direction of the object. Got it?
Opo.
Okay, good. Now, this is now how the force is represented. Okay, so this is your spring balance. Okay, so use arrows, direction, strength. The length represents strength or the magnitude itself. Okay, so mhm, yung that's the reason why if you're going to actually, this is the misconception of our marketplace. Okay? Because sometimes if you're going to buy, for example, um, an apple, then you will ask, ate, ano pang weight niya? Then the vendor will tell you, 1 kilogram. Do you think that is correct?
Baka hindi po.
Hindi. Kasi nga, you are asking for the weight. Okay? And the vendor gave you an answer that is equivalent to mass. Got it?
Opo.
Magkaiba ang, 'di ba? Magkaiba ang weight sa mass. Okay, remember that one. That is one of the misconception of the of so many students when when it comes to studying physics. They know, or the knowledge that they have gained is that weight and mass are just the same. But in reality, if you're going to study physics, weight and mass are two different quantities. Am I right?
Opo.
Okay, very good. Later on, we will be discussing further the difference of your weight and your mass. Okay? Actually, I am just introducing you to some quantities in relation to the one dimension. Okay, so umpisa natin dito. Next, we have in here the types of forces. So first, you have tatlo yan lagi. You have the balance, the unbalanced, and the combining forces. There are two types of forces. Okay, first, let us take the combining forces. So when you say combining forces, forces in the same direction are added together. Force in the opposite direction are subtracted, and net force will be the overall force acting on an object. Okay? So, for example, we have in here forces in the same direction. Okay, same direction. So meaning, if you are actually pushing two push cart on the same direction. So the force applied there are just the same. Got it? While force in the opposite direction are subtracted. Example, Um, example is that both parties are playing tug of war. Tug of war. Let's say team A from my right side is actually exerting 50 newtons. Okay? 50 newtons. While the team on my left side is actually exerting again 50 newton. 50 newtons to the west and the other one is 50 newton to the right. Okay? So the question is, what would be the net force?
0 newtons na po. They won't go anywhere.
Okay. Okay, so it's 0 Newton. Okay, so how it becomes 0 Newton? Okay, let's take the first one. Forces in the same direction are added. Example, I am pushing one push cart on my left hand, I on my right hand, and the other is on my right hand. Okay, so I'm pushing them both. I'm exerting 50 Newton on my right hand and 50 Newton on my left hand. What would be the net force on, or what would be the net force I am applying to the two push carts?
100 newtons po.
100 newtons. Okay. On the second part, opposite direction, they have zero. That would be the net force. Now, always remember that the value or the sign of the forces do follow, okay, do follow the so-called Cartesian plane. Are you familiar with your Cartesian plane when it comes to your math?
Ano po?
Okay. In the, okay. So very good. On the Cartesian plane, it states there that any force that will move on the west and on the north will have the positive one, while any force that will move going to the west and going to the south will be having a negative sign. Okay? So yun yung ibig sabihin nung pangalawa, force in the opposite direction, because the net force, okay, you will be having there force 1 or the initial force plus the final force or the secondary force. So you will add only just to get the net force. Okay? Pero ang nangyari dun sa naglalaro ng tug of war, the first group is going to the east. So ibig sabihin, they'll be having a positive, okay, force, while the other one that is going on the negative, on the left side or going to the west, will have a sign of negative. Okay? So sa madaling salita, it's 50 Newton plus negative 50 Newton. That's the reason why the net force is equivalent to zero. Got it? That is combining forces. Kuha?
Opo.
Okay. Now, sir, how could we know if the forces are balanced or not? Okay. You will know that the force or the forces were balanced if the net force will now be equal to zero. Okay? If the net force will now equal to zero. It is unbalanced if the net force is not equal to zero. Got it? Ganun lang siya kadali. If it is not equal to zero. Okay. Example ko kayo sa iyo kanina, there are two teams playing tug of war. Okay, di ba? In playing tug of war, you should have a strategy, di ba? If you do want to win, then exert much force. Okay? Yun lang yon. Ngayon, paano mo lalakihan or itataas ang force? Remember that the what they call this one? That the formula of your force will have mass times acceleration. Tama? That is the formula of your mass. That I force as per Newton's second law. So, in reality, if you do want to win the tug of war, first is that you should have a teammate that has a mass of malaki ang mass niya.
Oh,
Uha? Sino yung
si
mga yon?
Tony.
Oo, yung mga matataba, ganun, di ba? And then, kung gusto mo din na manalo pa rin ng tug of war, punta ka dun sa pangalawang quantity ng formula ng ng force mo. Ano yon? The acceleration. Bilisan mo panghila. Huwag kang babagal-bagal. Okay? Always remember that one. That is one tactics when it comes on how to win the tug of war. Got it? Okay, good. Now, if you're going to represent naman the forces, we have this one. Okay? Yung pangdulo, yung letter C, that is opposite pa ganon. Opposite din naman yung example ko kanina ng tug of war. Okay? If we're going to represent the forces by making a diagrammatic features of an arrow. So the first one, the direction of forces are going on the same direction, while the second one is on the opposite. But if you will see opposite direction, pero yung isa is mas mataas ang force niya as compared to the other one. Okay? Pwede mo masabi that that is a an unbalanced force. While letter C, that is a balanced force. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. Next. Next type of force, we have the friction. So if we're going to define friction, it is actually a force that will now be termed as the opposing motion of an object. Okay? So that is the friction. Okay. If a person is sliding down, what would be the direction of your friction? It's going up, right?
Opo, up slope.
Up slow. Okay. Now, if we're going to if you're going to ask me, sir, ano ba ang ano ba ang tawag dito, ang relevance ng studying friction in our real life situation? Okay, let's put it this way. Have you seen um have you seen a ramp like hospital ramp, mall ramp, school ramp, yung
Opo.
pataas na pa-slide? Have you seen that one?
Opo.
Okay. Now, have you noticed that the surface of those ramp will be rough or minsan may hati-hati.
Opo.
Nakakita ka na ng ganon? Nakakita ka na ba ng ramp na madulas?
Wala yata po.
Wala. Okay? So that is one of the application of friction in our real life situation. Okay? The ramp should have a rough surface in order for it to increase the friction of that ramp. Okay? Yun ang isang purpose nun. That's the reason why hindi tayo basta-basta nadudulas at pag ginagamit ang ramp, doon itinataas yung yung mga pasyente na naka naka wheelchair, yung mga ganon. Okay? Or nakasakay sa stretcher. That is one of the application of friction. Second application of friction in our real life situation. Okay? Hindi ka ba nagtataka kung um for example, now, sinemento ang kalsada, pino, and then later on nilalagyan nila ng asfalto, the black one.
Opo.
Okay? That is one application also of your friction. Bakit nila nilalagyan yon? Just to increase the friction of our roadways to avoid more accidents in the near future. Kaya nila nilalagyan yon. Okay? Siyempre, sa mga normal na citizen or the normal people, pag nakikita natin, sasabihin natin, kakagawa lang ng kalsada namin, nilalagyan na naman ng asfalto. Ang kinis-kinis pa nilalagyan mo ng asfalto. They don't know the reason behind that one. And that is one of the application of friction. Okay? If you want to avoid or prevent many accidents in the roadways, you should put a material that can increase the friction of the cars. Got it?
Opo.
Okay, good. Now, We have in here the four types of friction. So we have static, sliding, rolling, fluid friction. So from the word itself, is static friction. It is actually a force or a friction on an object that is not moving at all. It is static, not moving. While sliding friction, ito yung nilalagay nila sa mga hospital ramp. If you want to go up, if you want to go down, then that is called as sliding friction. Okay? Any object that um any object that manifests a sliding motion, they can actually have this kind of friction, the sliding friction. Mm. Mm. Rolling friction, change in shape at the point of rolling contact. Pag sinabi mong rolling friction, it can be found in the roadways. While fluid friction can be found either in air or in water. Okay? Ito naman is to increase the speed of moving object through fluid. It's either water or air. And then, we have now the gravity itself. Okay? So when you say gravity, force that acts between two masses. Attractive force would be the pulling. It pulls. Okay? And Earth's gravity acts downwards towards the center of the Earth. That is the gravity itself. And again, when you say gravity, it does have a constant value of 9.8 meter per second squared. Okay? Same as acceleration due to gravity. Now, let's proceed to the gravity and the falling objects. Okay? So, gravity causes objects to accelerate downward. Okay? And if ever the acceleration is too fast or an object is falling too fast, then hi- pwede mag-interact dyan ang air resistance. Pag sinabi mong air resistance, it is actually one of the pwede siyang i-connect kay fluid friction mo. Kasi ang air resistance ay pataas in an opposite. Okay? In an opposite way ang air resistance mo. Okay, example, real life situation tayo. In movies, we can see falling objects. Okay, like ano yung mga falling objects na yun? Like airplane debris, we have comets, we have the meteoroids, like that. Okay na, pababa. And if you can see, there is a flashing light of red sa unahan nila. Tama?
Opo.
And that would be the air resistance.
Opo.
Okay? That is the air resistance. It is actually, hindi naman niya pinipigilan. It is actually making that object to move slowly or to move slower than usual or moves slower as to or in relation to the pull of gravity of Earth. Got it?
Opo. Masyadong friction po sa umiinit po na sila.
Yes. Di ba nga? Another definition of friction, it can create or it can produce heat, right?
Opo.
Example, you have your two hands. Rub them together, it can produce heat. It's friction. Okay, what else? In real life situation, if you have the wood, okay, just like our ancestor did, di ba? They produce fire through friction of two woods.
Opo.
Okay? So that is another definition of your friction. Okay, terminal velocity. So constant velocity of a falling object when force of resistance equals to gravity. Okay? So ibig sabihin is that the initial velocity, for example, I have a ball pen here. Then Nasa tuktok ako ng building around, let's say, 100 meters high. Okay? Now, once I release the ball pen in my hand, the initial velocity of that ball pen will be equal to its final velocity. Okay? Yun ang ibig sabihin ng terminal velocity. The velocity of the falling object will have a constant value. Saan mo makukuha yun? From the initial velocity up to it reaches the ground. The velocity will be equal. Got it?
Ano ba?
Bakit equal siya? Because of the pull of the gravity of Earth. Kaya siya mag-i-equal. Got it?
Ano ba?
Okay. There you are. So we've done in the introductory part of your free falling body, pero later on babalikan natin yon. In relation again to your free falling body, you do have in here a projectile motion. Okay? A projectile motion. Ang sabi dito, motion of a falling object after given an initial forward velocity. Okay? So when you say projectile motion, it is any moving object that will follow a trajectory, a curve path. Okay? So that is your projectile motion. Okay, now, sir, yung projectile motion ba na yan is more on solving lang siya? No. Actually, it has a real life, again, real life situation po natin yan. Pwede natin siyang i-apply, a real life application. Okay, question, are you playing basketball
Dati mo,
dati, pero ngayon hindi na.
wala na pong ano eh, wala na, nagana po yung mga courts. Nagpupuno po sa pagkatapos ng pandemic.
Okay. Pero before naglaro ka. Okay?
Oo.
Ngayon, projectile motion is one of the application of, or the one application of your projectile motion would be playing basketball. Di ba? For example, medyo malayo ka. What will you do para ma-shoot mo yung bola?
Papalobo nyo ko. Pataas.
Ipapalobo mo siya, di ba? Pataas. And then plus the force na insert mo sa kanya. What if malapit ka lang? Same ba yung same ba yung trajectory na gagawin mo as to dun sa malayo ka? Hindi. Okay? So, you are actually, okay, adjusting the trajectory, okay? The trajectory or the path of the ball in order for you to shoot the ball in the ring. That is one of the application of projectile motion. Okay? Ngayon, if you're going to ask those people or those students who are playing basketball, tanungin mo sila, do you know what is trajectory? Do you know what is a projectile motion? They will tell you no, but they are actually applying it. Okay? We are actually applying projectile motion, we are applying trajectory in our day-to-day life. Example again, you are throwing your garbage, a a empty can. Medyo malayo ka, anong gagawin mo? 'Di ba iitsa mo lang para ma-shoot?
Ano ba?
Oh, 'di ba? Hindi ka na nakakatamad tumayo para itapon. I-shoot ko na lang. Okay, ugali natin 'yan. Okay, so we are actually applying this one in our day-to-day life. Okay, next. Now, Newton is actually he proposes three law of motion. Okay? The first one is known to be as the law of inertia. Okay? The first law is the law of inertia. And when we say that it is our or the statement of inertia, it states that an object or let's say an object at rest will stay at rest and an object in motion will stay in motion unless Okay, unless it is being affected by an external force. Okay, so that is the first law of motion, or your Newton's first law of motion, the law of inertia. Okay? Example, real life situation tayo ulit ng Newton's first law. You are on a trouble. So, umupo ka sa kotse ninyo. Then you have your seat belt. Now, in showing the law of inertia that you have is that if the car of yours will be fast enough and make a sudden stop, what would be the reaction of your body? Are you going to move forward or are you going to move backward?
Forward mo.
You are going to move forward. Okay? Because knowingly that your body possess an inertia, that is actually, okay, that is actually the one your body will move, okay, will move against the force itself, okay, or your car. Nag-sudden stop siya, your body will move forward, okay? Bakit mag-move forward siya? Because the car will stop patalikod. So your move will, or your body will move forward, okay? But once the car moves again forward, what will be the reaction of your body?
Patalikod mo.
Patalikod. Okay? Because your body is actually resisting, okay? Resisting the change in its motion as per the car. Kung nasaan ka or kung doon sa car kung saan ka nakasakay. Kuha?
No
That
ba?
is the first law of Newton's motion. Mm. Okay. The second law of Newton states that the acceleration of an object is equal to the net force acting on it divided by the object's mass. Okay? But if you're going to rearrange the formula, you will be having force is equals to the mass of the object multiplied by the acceleration of the object. Got it?
No ba?
Okay. Now, example this one. Mhm. What would be the force of an object having a mass of 5 kilogram? I lift it up, then I throw it downward. What would be the what would be the force of the object?
Ano na
Can
po?
you solve for it?
Bibitawan na po.
Yes, I throw it downward.
So, di ba po may extra force pa yung pababa?
Yes. Ano siya ha? Neglecting the air resistance.
Okay po. So, 49, ano po? 49 newtons.
Yes, it's around 49 newtons because your acceleration there will become the value of the gravity itself. Okay? So there most naman most of the given problem in physics, you're going to neglect the air resistance. Okay? Mm-hmm. Second law. Second law. There. So we are now down to the differentiation of your weight and your mass. Okay? So the differentiation of your weight and your mass is that your weight is something, or your weight is a mass that is being affected by the gravity. Okay? So meaning is that if you're going to have your weight here on earth, it is different from your weight on the moon. Okay? Paano sila nagkaiba? Nagkaiba sila because of the gravity of earth and the value of the gravity of the moon. Magkaiba yon. Got it?
No ba?
Magkaiba sila. Okay? And the unit for your weight would be newtons. Pareha sila ng force. Why? Because the formula of your weight and the formula of your force is just the same. Therefore, we can say that mass is also equals to the force. Parehas lang. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. When you say mass naman, okay, your mass is, let's say, the definition of mass is the amount of particles in an object. Okay, that is the definition of your mass. Mass is the amount of particles in a given object.
Opo, quantify niyo po siya.
Yes. And syempre, pag sinabi mong mass, unit of your mass would be like the kilogram, the gram. Those are the units of your mass. Okay. Now, we have in here an example of the Newton's second law of motion. Okay? If I'm going to ask you, can you solve this one?
Opo. Yung
This
1 po.
problem? Yes.
Pwede pong
Mhm.
gaano.
Yes, sir. Joshua, are you familiar with the GRESA method?
Ano po yan?
The GRESA method, okay?
Hindi.
Ngayon, sige, tuturuan kita ng GRESA method. When you say GRESA method, in order for you to solve the given problem in a much easier way, and you have a checking process that um that your formula to be used is correct. So you will be using the GRESA method. Okay? The GRESA method stands for you are about to give the given, the required, the equation, the solution, and last is the answer. That's why you call it as GRESA.
Opo.
Okay? So first, what would be the given in this problem?
Under the
Wala po.
What are the given?
Color is blue. Ito.
Okay, so you have there your given. First is the mass. Okay, mass of the object that is equivalent to 40 kilogram. And second one would be the force itself, which is equals to 60.0 Newton. Okay, so those are the given. Okay, okay, so that was your second would be the required. What is the required? Or what is the unknown? There you
A.
are. So it's the, yes, it's the acceleration. Okay. Then next one would be the equation itself. The equation, the basic equation is F is equals to M.
Ano po?
Okay. The equation itself is that first is go to your main equation. What is your main equation here? M is equals to MA, right?
Opo.
Okay. And then you're going to derive your formula there. So you need to divide both sides by M, right? Or the mass. Kasi you don't need the mass on your right side kasi nga ang hinahanap nyo is the acceleration. Okay? Then you
No.
have there the formula to be used or the equation to be used would be acceleration is equivalent to mass divided by or force divided by the mass itself. Okay? So that is your Newton, then kilogram. Okay, very good. So it's 1.5 meter per second. So that would be your acceleration.
Opo.
Okay. There, 1.5. And the second one would be 2 meter per second. Mhm. This one, I think you can solve this one, right? Madali
Opo.
lang naman ang Newton's second law eh. Basta you know the um the basic formula, okay? Now, always remember this one, okay? Don't forget your Newton's second law formula and your although walang formula ang third law, kailangan mo pa rin siyang alalahanin. Why? Because these two laws will be used when it comes to your two-dimensional. Okay? Saan doon? One. The third law will be used in momentum and collision. That is the two-dimensional. While second law of motion will be used during the horizontally acceleration or accelerated motion and the vertical acceleration motion. So gagamitin natin sila doon. Okay? So always remember that one. Huwag mong kakalimutan.
Opo.
Mm. Okay. There you are. So the third law of motion is actually termed as the action reaction, right? It
Opo.
is the action reaction. Bakit action reaction? Because the third law states that in every action, there is an equal reaction but opposite in direction. That is the third law. Okay? Example, you're going to push your wall. You're actually pushing your wall going to the east. Question, bakit hindi mo mapatumba ang wall nyo? Because the wall is actually exerting a force against you going to the west. Got it?
Opo.
Ganun lang siya. And next, you have in here the momentum. So when you say momentum, product of an object's mass and its velocity, object's momentum at rest is zero. And the unit for it would be kilogram meter per second. And you have your formula in here. The formula of your momentum is mass multiplied by the velocity itself.
Or Newton second po. Pwede rin po.
Come again?
Newton second po yung unit niya po.
Yes. Ay, hindi ah. Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin dito ang unit ng second law. Because the second law, the formula to be used would be the acceleration. Remember, the unit of your acceleration is meter per second squared.
Opo.
But for the momentum, ang unit niya will be kilogram meter per second. It is the velocity. Walang second ang time mo. Pansinin mo siya. Kasi nga
Opo.
you are using velocity and not acceleration. Okay? Remember, um, the the definition of your velocity is um the displacement over the displacement over the period of time only. While acceleration is the change, okay, the change of velocity in a given period of time. That's the reason why you have their second squared. Unlike a velocity, isa lang ang time niya. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. Law of conservation of momentum. So the law of conservation of momentum, if no net force acts on a system, then the total momentum of the system does not change. Ibig sabihin, the momentum will be still the same. Okay? This one, the law of conservation of momentum will be discussed together with the law of conservation of energy. Okay? Kailangan magkasama silang i-discuss ito. So, babalikan natin to. Universal forces. Ito na tayo. Ito na yung mga purely mga solving na tayo dito. Solving formula and all. Okay? So, first is that the reference frames and displacement. So when you say mechanics, study of motion, force, energy. Kinematics, how objects move. That's why our title will be the kinematics in one dimension because we'll be focusing only in the kinematics. How does this object moves? Paano ba sila gumagalaw? Okay? So we'll be focusing only on the kinematics of the object. Okay. Are you familiar with this diagram?
No, about the Cartesian plane po.
Okay, very good. So this is your Cartesian plane. Ngayon, ano ang ano ang relation niya kay kinematics in one dimension? There. It has a relationship when it comes to the direction. Is it going up? Is it going to the east, going to the west, and downward? Why? Because doon natin kukunin yung sign ng mga values natin. Okay?
Opo.
Diyan natin kukunin yung sign ng values natin. Mhm. Okay. So, defining motion tayo. So when you say position, relative to frame of reference, it's either position or the placement of your object. Okay? It is relative to frame of motion. Within the frame lang siya. Is it the X or the Y axis of our plane? Now, so when you say displacement naman, it is the change in the position of your object. Okay? So you have in here, so when you say change in position, you have a formula of the delta x or the delta of your displacement is equals to the final displacement or position minus the initial position of the object itself. Got it?
Opo.
That would be the displacement. Okay. Distance versus displacement tayo. There. So when you say distance, it is actually a scalar quantity. So when you say scalar quantity, it does have the magnitude alone. Okay? Distance. Let's say 1 kilometer, 1 meter, 100 centimeter, 50.8 meter, 5.5 kilometers. That is distance. Got it?
Opo.
That is distance, magnitude. And when you say displacement, it does have both the magnitude and the direction. And if a quantity will have both the magnitude and direction, you may now call it as the vector quantity. Example of displacement, 1 kilometer to the north, 5.5 meters to the east. Those are the displacement. Okay? Distance plus direction will now becomes displacement. Okay? Mhm. But before we proceed with the average velocity, I have a um, additional information about the displacement. Okay?
Opo.
Now, question. When will be or when will the distance and displacement be equal to each other?
Pag straight path lang po kayo.
Okay, if it is a straight path or if the object follows a single direction only. Okay? If they do follow a single direction. Okay, next. What if, so that will be the time your distance and your displacement will be equal to each other. Now, how can you how can you solve a displacement if the direction is two opposing to each other?
Mm, pag ganun po, 0 lang po. Yung yung
0?
difference lang po nila. Yung two opposite directions mo.
Okay. Example. Let's take an example. What if the first, what if you run, example, you run 5 kilometers to the east. And then after that one, you run again. After that one, you run. Go back or pabalik ka ng 4 kilometers. How are you going to solve for the displacement?
5 kilometers minus 4 kilometers po.
Okay, so you need to deduct. Okay, you need to deduct the first distance, or yeah, the initial distance minus the second or the final distance, then that will be your displacement. Okay, that would be your displacement. And if you're going to ask me, sir, ano pa maging direction niya? Always follow the first direction. Okay, so an example is one, you run 5 kilometers to the east. Then you go back 4 kilometers. What would be your displacement? Your displacement will be 1 kilometer to the east. Got it?
Ano po?
Okay. What if you run 5 kilometers to the east? Then after that one, you run 5 kilometers, or let's say 4 kilometers to the north. What would be your, or how can you solve for your
Displacement.
displacement?
Pythagorean
Hmm?
theorem po.
Very good. By the usage of your Pythagorean theorem. Okay? Because always remember that when you say displacement, it is actually the distance between the point of reference, or the starting point going to the end point. Kuha?
Ano po?
That is your displacement. If you are given if you are given two distance in an opposing direction, pero depende pa yon kung paano sila mag-oppose in direction. Got it?
Ano po?
Okay, good. Mhm. Now, let's proceed to the average velocity. There you are. So, the average speed and the average velocity will have the same formula, except that they do have the different when it comes to the quantity, because one is a scalar and the other one would be what? What is the other one?
Time po.
Vector. Scalar yung isa di ba?
Opo.
Average, yes, your speed is a scalar quantity while velocity is a vector quantity. Okay? So, what would be the formula to be used? So you have in here your velocity or your speed will now be equals to the change in the distance or the change in displacement divided by the change in time. Okay? Triangle here stands for change or delta. Okay? Dalawa lang naman ang term nila dyan. Other books may say it is change. Other books may say delta. Delta is equals to change.
Opo.
Okay. Now, instantaneous velocity tayo. Okay? Instantaneous velocity. What is instantaneous velocity? The the average velocity during an infinitesimally short time interval. Okay? We will only calculate situations with constant velocity or constant acceleration. Okay? Now, a further calculating if ever the acceleration or one of the given will not be in a constant manner.
Opo.
At doon mo lang gagamitin ang calculus. Pag sinabi mong calculus, by the usage of the cosine, the sine, the tangent, the secant, the cosecant, or your SOHCAHTOA. Okay? Yes. And I hope you are familiar with your SOHCAHTOA.
Opo.
Okay, very good. This is actually a slope in order for you to distinguish, okay? A slope of any displacement time graph is the instantaneous velocity. Okay? This is not actually the graph for the instantaneous velocity, but a certain slope here, a certain part of the slope will be the instantaneous velocity of yours. Okay? Nasa gitna niyan or somewhere. Now, acceleration tayo. There you are. So when you say acceleration, it's a change in velocity per unit time. And acceleration will also be a vector quantity. It does have a direction. And the formula for your acceleration will be A is equals to the change in velocity over the change of time. If we're going to expand the formula, you will now be having in here the initial velocity minus the final velocity minus the initial velocity over the final time minus the initial time. That would be the average acceleration you have.
Opo.
Got it? Okay. Motion at constant acceleration. We are limited to calculations when acceleration is constant. We will use the mathematical definition of displacement, velocity, and acceleration to derive for kinematics equation. Okay? So for kinematics equation, we will use this one. You have the first one. Okay? So the first one would be the formula of your acceleration or the average acceleration. Okay? In a given problem, okay, initial time will always be equal to 0. Okay? Will be always be equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, you will now be having acceleration or the average acceleration will now equals to the final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by the time itself. Okay? If you're going to cross multiply this one, okay? So if you're going to cross multiply, you will now be having, let us cross multiply. This one will be multiplied to that one, and this one will be multiplied to that one. It will now become your final velocity minus the initial velocity equals your acceleration multiplied by the time itself. Tama?
Opo.
Okay. And then, next one will be, you need to transpose this. Kasi nga, we don't need the initial velocity. Ang kailangan natin lang would be the formula of your final velocity. So transpose mo, the sign will be changed into positive. Therefore, you will now be having a formula for your final velocity as 2. Final velocity is equals to the initial velocity plus your acceleration multiplied by the time itself. That will now becomes your first kinematic formula. Do you get it?
Opo.
Okay, good. Mm. Mm. There. Next, for the second equation, you will now be having this one. Okay? This is actually your average speed formula. If you are familiar with your average speed formula, right? The average speed formula or the average velocity formula will be having the change in your displacement divided by the change in time. Pero ang sabi ko na sa kanina, your initial time will always be equals to zero unless there is a given initial time. Okay? The process of deriving the equation is just the same as on how we derive the formula for the final velocity of the first kinematics equation. Okay? um, Sir Pietro,
Apo.
sir, okay lang ba if we're going to have a 5 minutes break? Medyo,
Okay
medyo
po.
natutuyo yung lalamunan ko. Okay
Okay
lang
po.
po ba, sir?
Okay po.
Sige, sige. Okay. Joshua will be seeing again later for 15. Wag ka nang mag-out, no? Just
Okay
turn off your microphone and your camera. Okay?
Okay po.
po.
Okay. So this one would be the second equation of your average velocity by the if ever the given problem will have displacement. Okay? So by if there will be a displacement, but if there will if wala namang displacement but ang nandoon will be the initial and the final velocity, then you'll be using this kind of formula. Okay? So final velocity, you will add initial velocity, then divided by 2. If ever you don't have a given displacement, okay? Ang binigay lang sa'yo would be the initial and the final velocity. Got it? Mhm.
No po.
Okay, now, so all of these will be the kinematics formula in solving, okay, in solving the distance in a given, okay, in a given problem. If ever you have um your initial velocity, the final velocity, the time itself, and the acceleration. Got it? So
No.
you'll be using this formula of yours. Got it?
No po.
Okay. And I hope you copy this formula.
No po.
Okay, good. Now, next we have the third equation. Okay. So version of the definition of your velocity. Again, if ever the initial and the final displacement is given in and you do have your time. Ito yung sa formula mo yung kanina. This one.
Mm.
Okay? Ito siya. Same as this formula. Got it?
No po.
Okay. Now, this one, okay, solve the definition of acceleration for time. Ito naman, if you do have or if the acceleration is given. Okay? So, first is that the first kinematic equation will have the formula of your acceleration itself. Okay, di ba sabi nga doon, acceleration is defined as the change in velocity over the period of time. Okay, so you do have in here your final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by the time. Okay, and then deriving the formula of time, you will be having the change in velocity divided by the acceleration itself. Okay? Paano nangyari yan? Cross multiply lang. Okay? Cross multiply. Pinagpalit lang silang dalawa. Si acceleration napunta dito, si time napunta doon. Kaya nga lumabas itong formula na to. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. And you do have in here some formula of your kinematics in solving for the distance itself. Okay? Ito siya. Lahat yan. You'll be using this formula. Okay? Derivation lang naman yan. And also this one includes with the kinematics of kinematic solution. The other one, you'll be using the formula of the first equation in order for you to solve for the final velocity. Pero hindi pa ito yung dulo. Why? Because as you can see, you are looking only for the final velocity. So, what will you do? Get the square root of all. Okay? Then cancel this one, cancel that one. The equation for the final velocity, if ever you do have the distance and acceleration will become your velocity is equals to the square root of the squared of your initial velocity plus 2 multiplied with the acceleration and multiplied with the distance itself. Got it?
Opo.
Always remember ha, ang right side mo, hindi ka dapat dyan magkakaroon ng squared. So kung may squared man, in derivation, kailangan mong kunin yung square root ng both sides para mag-cancel out yung square nung isang quantity. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. This one also is part. This one will be the fourth equation. Okay? Fourth equation siya. Derivation pa rin to. Paano nangyari? Look, as you can see, the basic formula will be x is equal or the final distance will now be equals to the initial distance plus your average velocity multiplied by the time itself. Okay? The second one is the expansion. Paano siya nag-expansion? Look, you just copy this one. The time you just copy there. And the the average velocity, this is the expansion of it. Remember? Remember yung sabi ko sa kanina? If you are going to solve for the average velocity, but the given will be the final and the initial velocity, ang gagawin mo lang, then equate your average velocity to final velocity plus initial velocity divided by 2. Kaya nga naka-expand siya ditong part na to. Kuha, Josh?
Opo.
Okay. And then, the last one will be si 1/2 dito, eto lang siya. Invert lang siya sa 1/2. Si divided by 2.
Opo.
Okay. So, solving problems na tayo. Okay? So, we have the execution or the application of the different formula. Okay? Ito naman would be the step by step. Pero, I step by step. Okay? Step by step way on how are you going to solve a given problem. Okay? But the easiest way ay yung sinabi ko sa iyo kanina na the GRESA method. Okay? So this is just the same. Yung sinabi ko lang sa iyo kanina na GRESA method ay yun yung pinadaling step by step. Okay? Look. So you do have here your problem. Okay? So a car slows down uniformly from a speed of 21.0 meter per second to rest in 60 seconds. How far did how far did it travel in this time? Okay? So, first is that ang sa number 3 niya dito is the known or the know. Ibig sabihin, you need to identify your given. So what are the given in here? So you have the initial or the initial velocity, which is 21.0 meter per second. Then you have the final velocity, which is equals to 0 meter per second. Sir, paano siya naging 0? Look, ang sabi dyan, slows down uniformly from a speed of 21.0 meter per second to rest. Okay? In a given problem, always remember, Josh, that if you read a word to rest or sudden stop, meaning the velocity there will now be equals to 0 always. Okay? Yung word na yon, come to rest or sudden stop, then it is equals to 0. Or the final will now equals to 0. For example, um, the car with a velocity of 15 meter per second comes to sudden stop, meaning 15 meters per second will be the initial velocity and 0 will be the final velocity. Bakit? Comes at sudden stop. Pero pag ang statement mo will be starting at rest, then your initial velocity is 0. Kuha?
Tama.
Okay. Those are the words, those are the keywords in order for you to identify the initial and the final, both of them. Okay? Now, eto nga, binigay na ang given. Next. Next is that you need to identify what is the required. Ano ba ang pinapahanap sa'yo? That is the required. The required in here would be how far, meaning it's the distance. Okay? It's the distance. Yun ang pinapahanap sa'yo. And then next, you need to write down the equation. Yung equation mo will be the equation will be based on the given. Okay? Ngayon, ang binigay na equation, final distance is equals to the initial distance plus 1/2 the quantity of final velocity plus the initial velocity multiplied by the time. Now, the question is this equation correct? Yes or no? Okay? Paano masasagot na yes or no? First, anong hinahanap mo? You're looking for the final distance.
Tama.
Okay? This is the symbol for the final distance. Is initial distance given? Yes, this is. Is the final velocity given? Yes, it is equal to 0. Is the initial velocity given? Yes, it is equals to 6.00 seconds. Is time given? Is time given?
Tama.
Yes, given ang time. Ayun siya. Ah, the initial pala is 21. Sorry, napagbaliktad ko sila ng time. So, this equation is correct. That's the reason why you need to identify first all the given, then all the given and the required in order for you to identify the equation. Okay? That's how useful your GRESA method is. Got it?
Tama.
Okay. Now, then next is the solution itself or the execution of your formula. Na. There you are. So it is now equals to 63 meter will be the final distance. Got it?
Opo.
Okay. Now, next would be for you to, hindi ito, this one. For you to solve what I have prepared. There you are. You have five given problems. You
Sige,
need to solve this one in a paper. Tama lang ba yung laki, Josh, or maliit masyado?
Pwede po sana ano kami share ng board.
Yes.
sige po.
Ah, meron ba akong pipindutin dito? You'll be the one to share, right?
Share, Josh.
Opo.
Share option multiple. You can now share your screen or your board.
Sige po.
Use the GRESA method ha, Josh, para madali ka mag-solve.
Not open a whiteboard daw po during a screen share. Kailangan nyo daw po i-end yung screen share mo po.
Ay, oo nga pala. Sorry. There you are.
Okay po. Yan. Loading.
Paano mo makukuha tong problem?
Na-screenshot na po.
Ah, okay.
Yan. Kita na po.
Yes.
Determine the distance traveled before it. Copy, content. Pwede mo pong hindi yata pwede ano na.
Ano?
Hindi pala pwede yata mag-integral.
Maganon. Hindi. Mga basic. Algebra.
So,
Kulang ang given mo.
V0.
May isa pa dyan. Mm. Always complete your given kasi Josh, for example, you have plans in going to college, gano'n, no? May mga may mga instructor or may mga teacher talaga na even though your final answer is correct, if the process is not or incomplete, they will mark it wrong.
Ano? X.
You're on the right track naman for number one. I am checking it already. Okay, correct. Your number one is correct. It's 1,720 meters. Okay. And a little piece of advice, Josh, don't forget to cancel out units. Okay. If you can see there, your 3.20 meter per second squared and si 32.88 square, mag-square si second, right? So you need to cancel it out. Yan. There. Parang may iwan lang would be the meter itself. Okay? Don't forget that one ha. Kasi isa din yun, Josh. Even though your answer is correct, pero kung hindi ka naman nag-cancel out ng units, may mga instructor na sobrang stricto pagdating sa mga ganyan. They will not consider it.
Ayun. Yan. So, kung box mo siya underline yung finance.
Tama po sir, number 2.
Yes, number 2 is okay naman siya. I mean, tama siya. Okay, tama. Pero kasi there is a certain point like yung formula ng ginamit mo, x is equals to x ay yun, initial yan, tapos yung katabi niya, bakit isiniro mo na agad? Di ba may time pa doon? So it should be 0 times yung time muna na 5.25 ay 21. Kaya pag nawawala nakikita ko sabi ko, asan yun nilagay yung isang 5.21? Although your answer is correct. Okay? Although your answer is correct, minove mo na siya yan. Dapat meron pa dapat meron pang ano diyan, andoon na yan, diyan na part. Eh ang nangyari, dinirect mo na agad na zero talaga siya. But your answer is correct. That is the acceleration.
Opo.
8.10 meter per second squared. Okay?
Number 2 na.
Coach,
Screenshot
one.
ng 3.
Ha?
Screenshot ng 3. Tapos ang baba na siya. Parang hindi ko nakapanood. Yung 3 lang. Tapos ang
Yun mo.
Let me see your solution in number 3.
Tama.
Okay. In your number 3, it stays there, Upton Chang is riding the giant drop at Great America. If Upton free falls for 2.60 seconds, what will be his final velocity and how far will he fall? Okay. As you can see in there, okay, your given would be the gravity itself, right?
Tama.
Your gravity. But as you can see also, your gravity will now becomes what? That
Na-
will now becomes negative. Bakit
mm,
negative? Pababa. Di ba kung pababa, you don't need the pull of gravity. Ano na kaagad yun? Automatic.
Tama.
Okay? So that's the time the value of your gravity will become negative. But if the object will go up, then the value of the gravity will be positive 1. Correct?
Tama.
Okay. And when it comes to your formula there, okay, your your distance, you will now be having there. Okay, so you have your VOT, XO. This is 0, correct? This is 0. So this is correct. Your VOT, mm-hmm, VOT, so this is also correct. And then 1/2, yeah, doon lang. Okay, doon lang. Make this negative. There. Make that negative. Where's my where's my calculator? So 2.60 squared times negative 9.8 divided by 2.
Nag-pass pa rin yata siya eh. Ito,
Mm. And then how come naging negative ito? Ay naging oh yun.
Pwede naman po i-translate kung malpagan dito mo.
Mm. Okay, very good. Tama. There. So number 4 na.
Mhm.
Hmm? Di ba this should have squared?
Saan po?
Hmm. There, oh, may square din dito. There.
I think so po. Dapat meters per second square po ito. Times second lang po para maging meters per second.
Ah, okay. Oo nga pala. Sorry.
Ano?
Remove this also. There.
Saan?
Okay na, okay na. Na-remove ko na.
Okay.
Then let me see your number 4.
Ano po?
Let me see your whole number 4 solution, please.
Hindi to po sa baba.
Hindi.
Wala ba? I-present ko lang ba? Wala ba?
Yon. Okay, so mhm. Your equation is correct. Your derivation is correct. Your solution is correct. Your final answer, pangit ng kulay ko ah. Dapat ito is correct. Okay, and then the other one, distance. Wait, parang 0, 100. Parang there's something wrong. Your initial,
Ito po yung mali. Wala ba?
oh, parang there's something wrong in your formula.
Ito pa yung mali. Hmm,
There should be an 18.5, right?
Dito ba?
Mm. Mm-hmm. So this is correct, correct. And then 1/2, and then the given, and then this one. Then the answer is A, correct. Number 5. Ay, naman yung binigay ko sa'yo, 4 lang.
5 po.
5.
Ha? Hmm, ano na? Dapat, ano naman? Determine the time. That's okay. Hmm, for
You done with the number 5, the last number?
ano ba? Mm,
I-ano nga, iakyat mo na nga para habang sinusolve mo is nakikita ko na, na-check ko na siya.
ano ba?
Okay, so given mm,
Yung-
your acceleration due to gravity, may mali dyan. Look,
Kasi nasanay po kasi ako ano tawag doon, pwede po i-adjust yung y-axis. So,
okay. So pinapalitan mo na yung ditong part.
yun,
So instead of positive, naging negative na siya. Tama ba?
for ano po, yung,
Yan.
na, nasanay po kasi ako yung vector analysis na po. So,
Mm,
tatanggalin na lang
okay, sige.
po yung, isi-switch na lang po yung y-axis para pababa po siya.
Yeah. Sige, sige. So this is correct, 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 correct.
Ah, negative pala to, so dapat baliktad. So,
Yes.
be different.
Yes, your answer is correct. Okay, so very good. Nakuha mo lahat naman yung tamang sagot. Okay. And for this one, still, do you have any question or clarification to settle?
Wala naman po.
Wala naman. Okay, so by next time, we're going to, if ever, na magre-renew ka pa ng ano sa akin is that we're going to continue with this one. Then we'll be proceeding with the two-dimensional. So two-dimensional tayo. Those will be the projectile motion, the momentum, the collision. Okay, so sa two-dimensional tayo on the next one. Okay?
Kailan po yun niyo, sir, yung next na availability niya po?
Siguro sir, more on, kasi yung last time kasi is Saturday, nagkasakit naman ako noon. Siguro this,
Saturday po. Saturday.
oo,
Sige po.
siguro sir is Saturday. Pero update ko po kayo tomorrow kung pwede ko po siyang gawing earlier around Thursday or Friday. Ano po, sir?
Yung po, ano, mabigat po yung Thursday niya eh. Mabigat yung
Ay,
schedule.
mabigat na yung Thursday. Sige po, sir. Kung ano po, sir, probably it's more on either Friday or Saturday po, sir.
Okay
Pero
po.
yung Saturday, sure po yun, sir. Ngayon,
Okay po.
kung mag-excuse yung estudyante ko ng Friday, then Joshua will take over the schedule of that student of mine. Ano po, sir? Update ko na lang po kayo.
Okay po.
Okay
Okay
po.
po, sir. Sige,
Thank
sige
you,
po.
sir.
Bye, Joshua. Yes,
Sige po.
sir. Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Thank you
Meeting
po,
na
sir.
po. Thank you po. Bye-bye po.